Hey everyone, John here from testprepinsight.com, and today I'm going to be covering our list of the best LSAT prep courses on the market for 2025. We've just finished reviewing a bunch of different LSAT courses that we've repurchased, and we've actually got a couple shakeups this year for rankings on our annual best list based on updates that all these companies have made. So if you're ready, let's just get to it. Actually, first, by the way, just as a heads up, if you find you need some more detail at any point during this video, since I'm just going to be covering the major highlights, we also have a full detailed written guide over on our website that has way more information. The easiest and fastest way to find that is probably just to Google Test Prep Insight Best LSAT Courses. That's the quickest way to get there. All right, so I want to start at the top of this list with the LSAT course, which we gave the best overall grade to. And this is actually where we've had the biggest shakeup. After re-reviewing these courses, our new #1 rated LSAT prep program is Kaplan. And here's why. For one, their live classes are really good. I just think Kaplan has done a great job of updating their live class curriculum and lesson plans. The lessons are very tight and efficient and get right to the meaty part of what you need to learn. Also, most of Kaplan's instructors have been with the company for 10 plus years, so they know Kaplan's LSAT strategies like the back of their hand, and they're great at communicating some of the tougher concepts. Plus, there are 2 instructors per class, which seem to provide a deeper learning experience. It felt more like a workshop to me. And with Kaplan, the classes are usually pretty small, usually fewer than 10 students per class, so it's not like some big lecture hall. And then the final thing here is that Kaplan's live class packages are typically a couple $100s less than competitors, so they're a good value. That's something to keep in mind as well. Then, beyond the live classes, we also really liked Kaplan's LSAT problem explanations. And just for reference here, every LSAT prep provider today leverages a subscription to LSAC, the makers of the exam. They do this to get access to hundreds of previously used LSAT problems. So the playing field is totally level in terms of quality of practice work. So the big differentiator is the problem solutions that each company crafts to go with those problems that they license. And we just think Kaplan's are some of the best. They're clear, concise, and very understandable. Plus, they fold in the strategies that they teach in your main lesson work, so it all feels very integrated. And then lastly, in Kaplan's favor is their study planner. They use an algorithm to optimize your study plan, and it really works. The study plan that they provide is very cohesive, and it feels very efficient in what they assign you. So basically, given the value price point of their live class package, the quality of their live instruction and lesson plans, solid problem rationales, and a smart study planner, Kaplan has risen up to our top spot and now has the top grade by a pretty good margin. And on that point of value pricing that I just mentioned, before I move on, I do just want to note that on top of that lower price point, Kaplan is really good about running sales and special discounts, and you can usually find their course for 10% off, so make sure to check for discount codes. In fact, I'm going to do my best to keep the description down below updated with the most current discounts and promo codes that I can find floating around out there. So make sure to check out that text below the video screen. Usually you can save yourself at least 10% on this course if you end up going with them. All right, so the #2 course on our list is Blueprint. And they're a company that does everything across the board well. But if there is one highlight above all others with Blueprint, it has to be their video lessons. Blueprint's on-demand video lessons are engaging, the perfect length, they're easily understandable, and the instructors are great communicators. They might even be the best in the space. The videos all feature your instructor on screen, and they're packed with cool graphics, cartoons, and visuals to help hold your attention and demonstrate points. A lot of other LSAT prep companies' videos are boring, slideshow-style lessons with voiceover, but not Blueprint. These videos are seriously next level, and if you're a visual learner looking for a nice self-paced course, these are the best on-demand lectures that your money can buy, and Blueprint's going to be a great option for you. And even beyond the videos, the rest of Blueprint's lesson work and curriculum is solid. Their live classes don't really compare to Kaplan's in my opinion, but their problem explanations are good. Their study planner also feels pretty personalized and effective, and I like their user experience and interface a lot. It's a very modern and clean platform. But bottom line, Blueprint gets our second highest overall grade, and I think it's a package that's going to work well for visual learners and those needing a self-guided prep experience. All right, so next on our list and the company getting our third highest overall grade is Princeton Review. And Princeton Review is kind of like Kaplan in that they do everything really well. Not as well in my opinion, but this is a very good all-around course. Princeton is great at covering all the bases, and they have a curriculum that's really well-rounded. They give you all the essentials like 150 hours of video lessons, all LSAT prep tests, a study calendar, and a bunch of written content around strategy. And that's actually a good point to note for Princeton Review. They have some of the best LSAT prep books that I've reviewed. They're smartly structured, clearly articulated, cover everything you need to learn, and they've been vetted for years now. In fact, just stepping back in the time machine for a second, Princeton Review was actually the very first prep course that I took when I sat for the LSAT the very first time 13 or 14 years ago now, and I still think it's a very good course. So Princeton Review's prep package is very well-rounded and especially favors text-based learners. Then finally, the last course that I want to talk about today is Magoosh. And I don't want to spend too much time on them other than to say that if you're looking for a budget prep option, something more than a study book off of Amazon, but you don't want to spend the hundreds of dollars that other full courses charge, you've got a choice between about 3 or 4 cheap courses like Magoosh, LSAT Demon, or 7Sage, but I think Magoosh is the best of that bunch. I mean, to be clear, the Magoosh package isn't as in-depth or comprehensive as the other courses that I've talked about so far. Not even close, but it is pretty surprising how strong this course is for under $200. While the video lessons are sort of dry and have a lacking delivery format, you do get a deep library of them with full coverage of all of the key strategies that you need to know. Plus, one thing I really like about Magoosh is that their explanations for each problem come in text and video format. So if you're a visual learner, or maybe you just don't want to read a bunch of problem solutions after having just taken a full-length practice exam, you can just sit back and watch an explanation of where you got a problem right or wrong. This, combined with their email support and suggested study schedules, makes Magoosh hard to beat in this budget tier of courses. Plus, even though the course is only like $199, I still see 20% off coupon codes for them floating around all the time. So again, make sure to check below for those. But anyway, that's it for this video. So let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. But actually, real quick, before I forget, I should mention that since you're studying for the LSAT, we actually give away a free prep course every single month to one lucky person. It's really easy to enter. Just do the 3 simple things listed right here on screen. It'll take you less than 10 seconds, and hey, you never know, you could win a totally free LSAT prep course. Okay, so my final verdict. Which course should you go with to study for the LSAT? Well, after repurchasing and reviewing all of these different courses, I honestly think Kaplan is the way to go these days. Our best list is always shifting around year to year based on updates that these courses make, and right now, Kaplan is simply the best out there. They've got a killer live class curriculum, and even if you don't want live classes, their on-demand video lessons are very good in their own right. Their problem explanations are very thorough and understandable. The custom study plan is on point, and the program overall has a very nice, cohesive feel to it. So for those reasons, if it were me, I would go with Kaplan. But anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. If so, please subscribe to our channel, and best of luck in your LSAT prep journey.